Well, hello there, everybody, and happy Juneteenth Day. Hi, everybody. This is Auntie. And while we got time, let's talk about Tyler Perry's $260 million lawsuit. We're going to go through the details. Are y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers and my nieces and nephews, and all of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie's advice. Sweet old auntie. It's time for Auntie's advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie's advice.
Welcome back, everybody. I am hoping you are having a great day. We're going to get into the details of this new lawsuit against Tyler Perry for in the amount of $260 million. Did Tyler did it? Maybe it was Medea, or maybe it was none of it at all. I'm going to give you all the details as I know it. And I am hoping that you are going to be the one to decide. We will be taking a poll at the end of this, right, y'all? As we always do, to see what you all think, what you believe. So stick around to the end so that you can be part of the poll. Now, I had one of my friends who doesn't stay in the gossip or anything to, wow me through my text message. And I was like, okay, so I guess I have to talk about this, right? Over the last couple of months, y'all, we have been having lawsuits after lawsuits come out, from Smokey Robinson to Shannon Sharp and beyond. And it just appears that we are living in a very litigious um era. Like, everybody is suing over everything. Okay. And so, it's like, does it even pay to be a celebrity when people will try to attach themselves to your money? I don't know, right? I'm a content creator. I mind my business, but even I have to be careful about the things that I do and I say. So, we're going to get into it. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If this is your first time being here, welcome to Auntie's Advice. To all of my members, my nieces, and my nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. So, I'm going to get into it. You all know that I had to go to my my best friend. I'm trying to tell you, they're my best friend, and that's ChatGPT, so that we can find out. I wanted to get, all the periodicals on it. Okay. So I want to give you all real quick the overview of the lawsuit. There is a gentleman by the name of Derek Dixon. He is an actor and a playwright from Raleigh, best known for playing Dale on the Oval. He has filed a lawsuit against Tyler Perry, who of course is the defendant. He's a media mogul and center of the Oval and creator of the Oval and the Ruthless. And the suit also names his studio. Okay, Tyler Perry's studio and Action LLC. This lawsuit was filed on June the 13th of 2025 in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Here are the allegations in summation, and we're going to talk about it. The allegations are: number one, a pattern of harassment and assault. Okay, quid pro quo power abuse, psychological and financial impact, and evidence, okay, provided. Right. Tyler Perry's attorney Matthew Boyd called the lawsuit a scam, and the allegations against him have been fabricated, asserting confidence that they all will be dismissed. Perry denies all these allegations, characterizing the claims as extortionist. So, as we all know, the lawsuit is in its early civil proceedings. No motions have been decided yet. If it advances, options include discovery, evidence exchange, depositions, and potential settlement negotiations. Should it proceed to trial, it will be a closely watched case given Perry's prominence. Okay, so we're going to go to some periodicals and we're going to talk about it from there. Again, I always like to be able to cite my sources on, where we're getting this information from. I just want to say that everybody is innocent until they are proven right, otherwise in a court of law. So right now, despite how you may feel, right, and we're going to get to that, he is innocent, right? These are just accusations and allegations in a lawsuit. Now, anyway, let me stick to the script, okay? Because I want to get out of the box. Y'all know how I can be. But I just really want to talk about the allegations and stuff, and just over my opinion about, what I think just hearing this evidence and stuff. Again, someone hit me up and I said, let me come out here and talk about it, okay? So let's go to People magazine, okay? And they want to tell us who Derek is. All about the Oval actor who accused Tyler Perry. So, Derek Dixon has sued Tyler Perry. Okay, we all know that. Okay. He played Dale in the Oval Office since 2001. Also alleged in a complaint that Perry alluded to killing his character off if he ignored Perry or failed to engage in sexual innuendos. What? Huh? Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what, y'all? Wait a minute, what? He said that Perry created. I'm a little bit confused. Is this guy married? Is he okay? Let me find out who this guy is. Is he saying that he used this as a power play, being his boss, or was this like okay, Auntie, chill out. So Dixon said that he had a coercive, sexually exploitive exploitive dynamic between them. He also alleged in a complaint that he alluded to killing off his character, basically firing him if he didn't engage. Tyler Perry says this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. And this was said by his attorney. But Tyler will not be shaken down And we all are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. So, who is he? Because I never watched the Oval. They said that he is from Raleigh, North Carolina. Per a 2016 interview with Essential Theater, he later moved to New York City to study at Marymount Manhattan College. After studying there, he began his career in theater, opening in productions like The Lion in Winter, Romeo and Juliet, and The Boys in the Band, according to Essential Theater. His time on stage inspired him to start writing plays of his own. The plays that I was drawn to the most were the ones that were really hard to read because they dealt with these situations that were so real, he said. So I thought maybe I have a story to tell, and I began writing. I just opened Microsoft Word and started typing in the playwright format. And after a while, I thought, I like this, and I can totally do this wearing sweatpants. He's written several full length plays, including Homewrecker, Red Snow, Pictures of People, Work of Art, and Green Light. He began working with Tyler Perry on The Oval, a BET political drama starring Brad Benedict and Chrome Morrow into 2021, starring as Dale. He appeared in 86 episodes over the course of 5 seasons. The series chronicles the ups and downs of a fictional White House. In 2021, Dixon told Digital Journal that he respects Dale's good heart amid some of the questionable decisions of the character on the show. He allegedly met Tyler Perry at a party back downtown in 219. I think that it probably would be helpful to you all if I put a picture of him because I don't know the month, okay? And I don't know if you all know him or not, but I don't know him. How many people, by a show of hands, if you ain't, too embarrassed to say, watch the Oval? Did y'all watch it? Does anybody know what this show was about? Because when I tell you I don't, I'm telling you I ain't never, ever watched it. But let me bring up a picture of him real quick. Because, child, there you go. That's him. Derek Dixon poses for a photo in March of 2019. Okay. So some of y'all watch it. Okay. Sugar 48, hey boo, she said I watch it. Tommy F says no, I watch it. No, not me. Nope. As soon as I knew it it was his show, I was not interested. His show as in who? Tyler Perry? Who show who? Dixon alleged in his lawsuit that he met Perry in September of 2019 while working at the opening party for Tyler Perry Studios. The actor claimed that Perry began texting him over the next few months, making suggestive advances and promising to help Dixon find a job. This was in 2019. The actor claimed that Perry began texting him over the next few months, making suggestive advances and promising to help him find a job. Dixon claimed that Perry offered him a small role in Ruthless, a spinoff of The Oval, in November 2019. In June of 2013, Dixon filed a lawsuit against Perry in Los Angeles. In it, he requested a jury trial and damages of $260 million for alleged sexual harassment and assault. Dixon claimed in the suit that Perry sexually assaulted him in his home in 2020 and in 2021, and the actor also alleged that he was offered a series of regular roles on the Oval. Okay, so was this fair exchange, no robbery? Because if he met, oh, okay, so I'm just asking the question. I ain't making no allegations. Again, I don't know him. I didn't watch the show. I'm just asking for a friend. My friend's back there. You can't see from the big hair. But if he was doing this stuff and making sexual advances at him in 2019, why the would he work with them in 2020 and 2021? If these were, if he was making advances, y'all, I don't understand why he worked with them. He already knew what it was. So was this fair exchange, no robbery? Did he feel like, okay, once I start working with him, he's going to stop? Because I don't know if I read it correctly or if I read it wrong, but somebody that's starting off with that, right? Okay, Wendy's front yard said he worked with him on 2 shows. Sugar 48 said on the show, Dill character is gay. It don't make sense, Miss Charlotte. Is it me? This is not making sense. Now, I am not trying to victimize the victim. I'm just reading from a person who doesn't know this show. I know of Tyler Perry, like who in the black community don't. But I'm just asking, why in the would he stay with him if this is what he was doing? Why have a career with him? Did you think this was going to stop? If a person doesn't um 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 respect your boundaries from the beginning, then they will never respect your boundaries at the end. If I put up boundaries and say, look, this is an unwanted advance, and if you don't stop, I'm going to sue you, charge you with a crime, like, and I'm not with you no more. But I guess that's just me. But I think that sometimes people, and I'm just saying, in general, a lot of people, they want this fame, they want this opportunity, and so they ignore all of these things that has happened to them, and then they come back in 2025 and file a lawsuit. Sugar 48 said he in every. So what has happened in his life? Is he getting evicted? Has he lost his car? Has he not gotten any roles? Is he broke as fuck? Is this why he's doing it? Y'all, I'm just asking. What is the motive for filing this after you were? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get this. The claim in the suit, he claimed in the suit that he did this in his home in 2020. Why is he in his fucking home? Why is he in his home? The actor also alleged that he was offered a series of roles on the Oval a month after the first thing happened. Dixon also alleged that his character future on the show was purposely left up in the air. In quotes, Dixon's character Dale was shot 4 times in the chest at the end of the first season, the Oval, and Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. in his role or in his personal life. What the fuck? As a result of the alleged assaults, Dixon claimed he suffered from severe depression, anxiety, stomach pains, and nausea, and was diagnosed with post traumatic. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just needed to step away. I needed a little air. I know you've been lying. I know you lying. I want to just say this. I want to make sure I get it out wise on my mind. I don't blame Tyler Perry for making him foul and go all the way, come all the way out. I would not have tried to cover this up for nothing in the world. You go ahead on and put your gut and lawsuit in. You do what you gotta do. But what you not gonna do is tell me that you got diagnosed with PTSD, but you was worried about whether or not your character was gonna die. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit, you should have been off the set. What was holding him there? A contract? Evidently, just from what you know what? Calm down. Dixon said eventually he left the Oval, which he claimed lost him $400,000. Then why aren't you filing for your punitive damages of $400,000 instead of $260 million? You mean to tell me that your PTSD and your pain and suffering is worth $260 million, bitch? Y'all, I'm sorry. I guess I probably should have read through this before I brought my fat black out here. Okay, because y'all know I have been wanting to get away from cursing like this, but this done put me in the chokehold. The Perry has denied the claims in a statement. His lawyer said this is a fabricated claim and said that Dixon got close to the director as part of a scam. I know you lying. I know you lying. He said at first, okay, later on. He said at first, Perry said, bitch. The lawsuit that said that Perry first noticed him in 2019, right? And at that time, he probably was hitting on him if he was hitting on him. When Dixon was part of the staff, Dixon would first appear in a small role on Perry's series Ruthless before getting the bigger role on the political. But he didn't pay up. He didn't get nothing up, but he got a promotion. Clara, do you have it? Can you send me a copy of it? Because I absolutely will bring my ass back out here and I will read the whole thing. Is there any way that you can send it to me? I would love to have it. Let me know, Clara. Send it to me, honey. This is, you know what? This is just sounding, right? It's just too much for me, I think. Because he says Dixon would appear in small roles and then he got a promotion. So I'm asking, did he put out to get the promotion, or did he get the promotion fair and square because he was a good actor? Have you all watched Ruthless? Like, let me know down in the comment section. They said Perry soon began sending unwanted sexual text messages to Dixon, according to the lawsuit, which includes screenshots of several of them. What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? One of the messages said. The lawsuit said that Perry offered, so he kept it, or what did he answer him? The actor says he tried to remain friendly while maintaining boundaries. You can't be friendly with them that's saying, asking you something like that. It is obvious that in this person's mind, they're not friendly anymore. This has gone past friendly. I can't work with you anymore. I can't do this. How many people have been on a real job? I'm talking about a real job. Not to say that their job ain't real, but I'm talking about a real job. And a month pop off and come off at you wrong. The relationship is never ever going to be the same. I can't work with you. So there's something that I need to do for myself and for you. If you come up in my face again, I'll start tape recording every conversation that we have. Everyone. I don't want you in my space. I'm going to go file and do what I need to do in order to back you all. And then if you don't handle that correctly and you still want to come out the pocket, then we're going to see you. Somebody going to see you. Visit Avon. I don't know, bitch. I don't understand why people stay in situations, and I know it's hard. I know it happens every day. I know that people, feel like they just can't walk away from their job. I know it's easy. It's easier said than it is done. But at some point, he said he got prominent roles on the show as his actual advances became aggressive. Dixon said he did his best to tiptoe around him and his aggression while keeping while staying on his good side. Why? So you can keep a job? Nope. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if he ignored him or failed to engage, his character would die. Let the motherfucker die and sue him. The lawsuit says that Perry eventually touched the man on multiple occasions, including the instance where he forcibly pulled off, I know you freaking lying, pulled off his clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to. I know, y'all, I know. Clara, where's Clara? Send me that lawsuit. Send it to me. Y'all, I know, god dang, go away. Oh, we gonna have to come back. Where is Clara? I understand that, Jazz, but let me tell you something. You got a duty for yourself. Like, why in the hell would I sit there and get PTSD? I understand what you said, and I agree with it totally. Hell, I'm a woman, okay, with a big round butt, not a flap one, a big old round one. Used to be at the point, Jazz, where you could put a cup on top of it. Now I'm not getting so much of a cup, okay? I'm getting like a little sippy cup, okay, because I done lost some weight. But I understand that having a job doesn't give anybody the right to take advantage of you. But I also understand putting boundaries in. And once those boundaries get crossed, I believe that you can go further with it then and there, not 3 years later. This is where I'm at with it, y'all. Let me be clear. Okay, because I don't want anybody to misinterpret it. I thought I said it earlier, but I know people are coming in at different times. I do not believe if Tyler Perry did this, that he had a right to do this. Because I don't know the man. I barely watch his stuff. I just watch Straw. I ain't watched Tyler Perry stuff in years because I don't think, I think it's this another sad love song, right? It's just always the same. So I don't like his stuff. I respect him in the business. I respect him as a businessman. I hear all of the girls saying that he pays and, all of that kind of stuff. I hear the girls. But I also am a woman and I've worked in a corporate environment. And I know daggone well you're not going to roll up on me and I'm going to wait 3 or 4 years to sue you. I just ain't going to do it. Clara, send it to me. You know what my email address is. Send me the whole thing, okay? Don't send me no link because I don't click on any links, okay? Thank you, Clara. You usually send me stuff anyway, so I know I'm good with you. I understand exactly what you said, and I totally agree, but I do not agree with with waiting years to do it. I don't know why people do that. That's probably something that I may not ever understand, right? But waiting years to do this, I don't understand it. And I don't, did he talk to anybody on the job? Okay, so I need the core filings. Okay. I can't sit back and wait on something for 3 years. I ain't got the patience. I ain't got it to do. The lawsuit said that he did that. Dixon clearly told Perry no, but was initially ignored until he was able to de-escalate the situation and change the subject. No, we ain't just escalating. The following day, Perry apologized and told him he would work with Dixon on a TV pilot Dixon was seeking to produce. Dixon later received a raise that the lawsuit suggests was part of an attempt to keep him quiet. Was it an attempt to keep him quiet or was it an attempt to give him a goddamn show? See, these are the contradictions right here, y'all. I'm sorry. Perry also produced and brought the rights to the pilot called Losing It, but the lawsuit alleges that Perry had no intention of selling the show and was using it only for leverage over Dixon. The lawsuit describes several other assaults, including one where Dixon was staying in a guest room here at the man's house. Here at his house. He at his house. Why the fuck is he at his house? Why is he at his house? Yo, what the? Why is he at his house? Is this where the set was? Was this before? I'm confused in a month. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get Pacer. Is that what it is? Because like this right here, no, we got to talk about this. I don't care if it's 2 people out here. We've got to. I'm gonna have to give me a Pacer account, and I'm gonna have to pull it up because there is no way in the world this man should have been at his house. And I do not know why we do not believe that people have a responsibility to take care of yourself. Is it all? It's been all about the money. That's all I'm hearing him talk about, the money, the opportunities. He brought this, he did this. But where was his responsibility to defend and take care of himself? And he told me he diffused somehow. Bitch, I gotta get that. He was staying in a guest room in the man's house who done threatened his job and all this stuff. Where he climbed in the bed with him uninvited and began talking, touching him. He would eventually move from Atlanta home to Perry's production to Los Angeles to put distance between them. Isn't that where he was living at anyway? Dixon in 2024 filed a complaint. Bitch, I know. 3 years later, so he filed a EEO suit. 4 years. He said this started in 2020. I thought that in order for you to file an EEO, that it had to be 45 days past the incident and no later than that. This bitch is filing something in 2024. Was he still working for him? Dixon in 2024 filed a complaint with the EEO Opportunity Commission, and when that didn't result in any action from him, he quit. You goddamn right, you filed it. You can't fuck it, bitch. Be safe, Sugar 48. See you later, boo. The Associated Press does not typically name people who say they have been, unless they come forward publicly as Dixon. Um, he was at his house, y'all don't understand this. He said that he dangled career advancements. So the LA Times said Dixon accused Perry of probing him about his sex life, making suggestive comments, and expressing jealousy about his interactions with other men during the duration of their work together. The complaint features multiple screenshots of alleged conversations between Dixon and the media mogul, including messages in which the director asked, in quotes, what's it going to take for you to have this guiltless act? And likens the actor to a rose, but it says he is so blocked that you refuse to melt or be open. But he said that that Perry violently grabbed his throat in March of 2020, touched his butt in a trailer later that year, and started pulling down his drawers in 2021. And y'all don't know why I'm saying why would he file this in 2025? Maybe I'm wrong. I just can't wait to get my hands on that document because maybe I'm just wrong. See, people can't be texting me. My friends can't be texting me, asking me and just sending stuff like this, early in the morning before I'm well good. Because this right here not making sense to me. It's just not. And I'm gonna have to find a way to get my hands on this because this not making sense. So what I will do is I will rename this. Not the details, but the summary because we really gonna get into some details with this. I agree. I'm confused big time, but I'm gonna do a poll. When I do this poll, it will not be able. No one will be able to see your name. So please feel free to participate. YouTube does not identify you. My question is, did Tyler Perry do this? No. Do you believe the plaintiff? Let's go. The poll is in the chat. We will cut it off at 50 votes. There are currently 700 people out here. And so let's see. Right now, a no is at 58%, while the yes is at 39. We have 36 votes that have come in. Do you believe the plaintiff? Right now, okay, now we neck and neck and now we 50-50 at 40 votes, 50 yes, 50% no at 40 votes. Come on, y'all, let's get it in here. Okay, so we had now 42 votes. We are back at 50%. Y'all are y'all are right where I am, where I want to believe him, but I'm asking questions and I don't know what to believe. I've got to get my hand on that lawsuit. Y'all, I have got to. Where we at now? We are now at 52 votes and we are still basically at 50-50. Do you believe the plaintiff? 52% of you all are saying 52% of you all are saying yes, you believe the plaintiff while 48% of you all are saying no. Y'all saying hell no. They said that Tyler Perry went out on the tiki talkie. Y'all know I call it the tiki talkie. And Tyler Perry told fans to be calm. So he knew, allegedly, people assumed that he was trying to prepare his fans, right? That this was coming or something was coming because he took the tiki talkie and said, "Y'all stand down and be calm." Um, Let me drop. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna drop this down. There is the link. Okay, Bella says, I don't believe it, but TP needs to be careful. He is a target. I would like to see some evidence. Wendy says, believe him. Why? Phoenix Rising 72, one of the members of Auntie's Advice said, I need more proof. Stanley says, do you think this guy made all this up? I don't know what to believe. I'm not I don't know what to believe. I know that people have made up things. I'm not saying that he did. My question has been why wait so long? So no, I don't believe that he made it all. Uh, I believe the allegations, but it was a setup. He was a target. Okay. Okay. Phoenix is saying Stanley knockoff. I'm saying nothing happened. I'm saying nothing happened. I'm just stuck on whether coercion was involved. K Key 37 said definitely more proof is needed. Charlotte says, I think it's a TP target 3 years. That's what I think that I'm questioning. But I think that if I had the court documentation, I may be thinking differently. I don't know. But just from, looking at it with, these right here, I am absolutely questioning this. Absolutely, I am, as I should. I think that, that's why we have courts. That's why we have judges. That's why we have lawyers. That's why we do discovery, because people will file, and they have, not saying that he has, but people are known to file frivolous lawsuits. People are known to lie. Okay, they are. Okay. Hey there, Clara. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good.
Good. What's up?
What's up? Let's talk about it.
Sure.
What would you like to talk about here? What I
Oh,
believe, what I don't.
yeah. Well, you said you have the documentation for me, right?
I'm going to try to get it over to you. I was trying to figure out because I like to read the actual complaint.
Okay,
'Cause-
me too.
yeah, because when you read the actual complaint, it makes more sense of what's
Mm-hmm.
really happening. When you reading it from the magazines, you get bits and pieces, you get a little thrown off. What I believe,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe Tyler Perry hands is all clean in this one. I think there's
Okay.
some smut somewhere. At
Okay.
first, I was saying no. But then when I look at Tyler Perry history, this is not the first time we're hearing of men that he hires, that he put in his movies, that he
Okay.
get these allegations with. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed there's a certain type with him. It's always the same type of looking guy, which makes me think maybe that's the kind of guy he's attracted to. I don't know. Um, the other thing that made me believe it is there was an incident in the lawsuit that sound very believable from this guy that's doing the complaint, because Tyler Perry was doing too much apologizing and he was backtracking and he was getting nervous. My thing is, what's happening is a lot of these powerful people, the Harvey Weinsteins, the Bill Cosby, they let their power take them over, that they go too far. And what starts to happen is they're so used to people sweeping things under the rug and never holding them accountable, that when they finally get caught and get held accountable, we now see that they're not too big for the laws. And that's where the problem comes in. But there was an incident that happened between him and this man where I think he tore the guy pants down or something, and he got I guess the guy got
Yeah,
ashamed of
just
what
be
he
careful. Just
saw.
be careful what you say. Just
Oh,
make
right,
sure you
right, right.
censor. Please
Okay.
censor.
No, well, let's just say it went too far. I believe something happened between the two. I think the guy got a little embarrassed. After he got embarrassed, he quit the show. After he quit the show, I believe that's where the suit came in.
He quit the
It's
show in 21 though, right? Not in
the see
25,
the thing is he was in two shows for Tyler Perry.
20 and 21.
Yeah, I don't watch Tyler Perry. I stopped watching Tyler Perry for some time now. I don't
Yeah, me
watch his movies and I don't watch his shows.
yeah, me
You
too.
because it becomes a little redundant. And
Yeah, like totally.
there's a channel called Kings of Read. That guy nailed it. And he's
Okay,
from Atlanta,
please,
Georgia.
please, I don't ask. I ask you all not to talk about other
Oh, okay.
YouTubers.
Sorry.
You've
There
been
was
here long enough to know that.
you would think, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I don't like that. King of Reeds, no disrespect over here. We ain't talking about you, nothing, okay?
well, um, I just believe Tyler Perry hands from what I read in the complaint. I don't believe his hands is all clean here. I believe somewhere
I don't
along the
believe
line.
anybody's hands is all clean, and I don't
Yeah,
believe
but
his
sometimes
hands
people
are
do
all.
make up stuff on these people now. Let's
Yeah,
be
they do,
real.
and I
Some
do
people are
believe that he
looking for a
probably did.
payday.
I think that they had somewhere, and I'll pull it up. And I thought that I saw somewhere some text messages. I couldn't deduce from the text messages that this was unwanted, right? And
Here's my thing with text messages, and people got to understand that. And the same goes for DDG with Holly, what's her name? Haley Bailey. People tend to forget when we get the text exchanges, it's always snippets.
yeah,
The only way to get the full conversation is being in that courtroom when the judge is going to pull from whatever company is producing the text.
not the
Because,
judge, the
right,
prosecutor or defendant have to pull from them
right.
and
And what
present
I
it as
hate
evidence and
Right. And what I hate with these magazines and YouTubers is they pull snippets, a piece here, a piece there, and the story don't make sense because you're not getting the full conversation.
mm-hmm,
So to really make an analogy, you need to hear the full conversation. We're getting
mm-hmm,
snippets of what him and this gentleman said, but what was the
mm-hmm,
full conversation?
right.
That's why it's hard to make a conclusion because it's like, why are we only getting bits and pieces of it? Why not? Where did the conversation begin? What started this exchange between the two of them? Because the conversation gets a little bit redundant too. But once again, even in a text exchange, you're seeing a powerful man kind of use his power against someone who don't have the power that he has
Allegedly.
allegedly. Because the guy don't, he ain't a billionaire. Tyler Perry's the billionaire. So my thing is, Tyler Perry got far more to lose than this gentleman. This gentleman is Jimmy Cricket from Jimmy Cricket.
Mm-hmm,
But Tyler Perry, this is your name. This is your brand. That get
mm-hmm.
tarnished. Who wants to be around you? And what somebody said that I thought was very interesting, what made this one person angry is they're like, Tyler Perry audience is filled with women.
And
Because
they not
his
gonna change.
movies, right.
They're not. I mean, they're going to continue to watch. I think that what people, I hear where you're going, and I'm glad we having this dialogue because I think that people believe, right, in the past, maybe in the 60s, 70s, and maybe half of the 80s, people gave a damn about your character and will cut
Right.
you off because of that. But now people
No,
can
you
say
listen.
and do what the hell they want and still keep.
L-
There is no cancer culture. I think that
No,
we say it's a cancer
it's not.
cancel culture, but it's not. He's
It's
not
not.
going to lose any of those people who watch his stuff. He's just going to have people like myself who don't watch it anyway,
Hello. I don't
really
either.
not watch it.
Yep.
So,
Giving you the side eye, if anything. But my thing is, whatever you like, you like. That's your life.
yeah,
That's your thing. That's
yeah,
something you need to come full circle with, not me. But at the end of the day, I have noticed that where I had also a big problem. Check this out. My thing
okay.
is, why didn't he allow this gentleman to audition for the role? This guy is a theater actor. He's used to auditioning. Because if you on Broadway, you got to audition for that role. Ain't nobody slipping you anything. Most of the, especially when you ain't a known person that know people. This guy don't sound like somebody that know a lot of people in a circle. He doesn't strike me as that. And he comes from theater. So my thing is, if you're giving this guy a role, why didn't you allow him to audition for this role?
But
What?
nobody auditioned for the role for color. Well, everybody auditioned for Color Purple, but a lot of the stars don't. And a lot of people, if he knew somebody that knew something, right? So we're going based on. So the complaint is an allegation, right? It is not facts. It is
Right.
not discovery. It is not all that. So this is this guy's. This is one side of the story with no investigation, no nothing. So he says that he did not audition. Is that what you're saying? He said in a lawsuit.
It well, the way he got the role was he even when you were reading it in People magazine, like he met Tyler Perry somewhere, and Tyler he got
He was
into a
working.
conversation.
He was working.
Right. But I didn't hear anywhere where he said Tyler Perry asked me to audition for
But
this
did you
particular
say any?
character.
Did you see anywhere where he said he did not audition?
He never said he did. That's
So
the
that's what. So
thing.
that's again. So that's what I'm saying. You are making an assumption based on
No, it's so,
information
but
that's.
you'll see when you get the allegation. Somewhere in the allegation, it doesn't say nothing. Because I know what I'm talking about. It don't, because my thing was, well, how did you get the role in the first place, sir?
But
Did
everybody
you
don't have
know
to
him?
audition. Okay.
Did you know my thing is, did you know Tyler Perry? How did you get this role?
And the
Like,
thing about it is, did he take? And so let's just play devil advocate, right? Did he know that Tyler Perry was sweet on him? Were they making flirtatious eyes and all of that, kind of stuff? And so did he play him? Did he entice him? Did he seduce him? Like, what did he do? What was his role in it, right? Because again, they're just allegations. And until we get the whole information, is unfounded, right? So, and I'm gonna use an example, right? I'm gonna go off on the bridge because I'm gonna talk to y'all about it on Saturday. But just like all of this stuff that's happening with the Diddy trial, and right, they've gone through discovery, the prosecution, and defense. They all, you know, doing what they do with the whoop whoop and the boo boo boo. One of the questions that I had asked to the members was, was she complicit? In this. Yesterday they released a tape when somebody got her. Hello?
uh huh.
They released a tape where she threatening somebody.
What?
Oh, Clara, are you part of the members?
Yes, I am. But I have,
We will be talking about it on Saturday.
okay, good, good, good.
They have a tape where she threatened someone that they gonna get their ass beat down, okay? Because this person said that and I'm thinking she is just as rough and tough with her non-Afro puff as he was. She was to me,
Who was this
right?
we talking about? Cassie?
Yes,
Yeah, I heard the exchange. I
yeah.
did hear it.
So
But you got to understand that exchange. Someone was threatening her with a video they had on her. That's
okay,
where that conversation started from. They played it in court. Someone had got a hold, I guess, of one of those
but she's
people,
threatening somebody's
and
life.
she's threatening them because they're threatening her. If she don't do whatever they're asking her to do, they're going to release this video once again.
So you threaten
And
somebody's life. So you call somebody and you threaten their life.
I think what it is on her part is fear. You hear a woman who's fearing that whoever's
Thank you,
got
Southern
something
Belle.
hanging over their head, they're going to release it because that's what they were threatening her with. Whatever
Okay,
they had on her, they called her and threatened, if you don't do blah, 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 we're going to release this. So that's
okay,
when she went on the defense. Oh, well, I know people, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that because they were threatening her. But that case is interesting right now. I tell
very
you, New York,
interesting.
it.
We're gonna
What's
be
your
talking
feelings
about it.
on that? What's your
We're gonna
feelings
be
on it,
talking
though?
about it.
Yep.
I beg your pardon.
What's your feelings on it?
We'll be talking about it Saturday in the membership.
Girl, why you want to tease me like that?
We will be talking about it Saturday in the membership. But I do
Yeah,
want to
it's a
say,
lot going
what's the
on.
poll results? Do you believe the plaintiff? 58% of you all, and 58% of the people out of 104 votes believe the plaintiff, while
Well,
41% do not.
well, here's the thing. Let's talk about this plaintiff for a moment. Could he be an opportunist? Sure. Why not?
Absolutely.
He knew a man was hitting on him, and from the exchange, I don't think he's that way. I don't think he, plays on that team, but doesn't matter. I
It'll come
believe
out.
he I believe he played a role in it. And I believe what happened was he knew that Tyler liked him from his advances to him, if it's true. He knew that.
And
So
he
what
used it
he
to his
did,
advantage.
right. So what he did was played the game. I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna
But then don't
play
come back and sue.
right. I'm gonna play along with him. Anything he want me to do, I'll do. But when I get tired and got enough on you, I'm now gonna go to court and file a lawsuit and make a big deal out of it. Let's be real. You got opportunists out there too. And in that industry,
Absolutely.
I'm not, sometimes I have to catch myself because sometimes I'll say, oh, well, why didn't you do this? But I'm not in that industry. Those people do all kinds of things in that industry. We see that from Sean Combs' lawsuit. People do all kinds of things to be in that industry. They'll sell their soul to the devil if they could. I'm not one who's in that industry, so I look at it very objectively. But these people are looking to be on TV, they're looking to be famous,
Yeah.
they're looking for that clout kind of lifestyle. I'm not. And they're willing to do anything for it. I listened to every one of those people took the stand, and I'm like, boy, these people really looking to be famous. And they
And
don't
did
care.
not care, and did not care, and some of them got their ass whipped, got fucked up, had to take drugs that they'd never taken, get fired, and go back. It's just
They
like,
want that
what? They
lifestyle.
want that money and that
They want
lifestyle,
that
and they want their
lifestyle.
names to
Yep.
be associated with this person. Well, how's that working out now? Because most of the people who are associated with them, like Mary J. Blige and different people, they ain't saying they not coming out and saying nothing because now they don't want to be associated, right? Even though legitimately back in the day they were. But and I think that and I think that that's where I am with this. I do believe that Tyler Perry does absolutely have some flaws. And I believe that some of the stuff that this guy has said, right, is probably true. However, I have a
He's a
problem
right.
with the time period.
Yep.
I have a problem with the responsibility, right? Because all victims are not victims. Some people victimize themselves and make themselves appear to be the victim. And and again, as I said to someone before, people file frivolous lawsuits. I do
Oh yeah.
believe that this guy stayed in there, and just from this, right? I ain't got the paperwork yet, but I do believe that he stayed in it because it was to his advantage, and he knew that Tyler Perry had this over his head. I'll
Right.
fuck around and kill your
Right.
character. So guess what? He kept, and if you do, I'm gonna sue you. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they both are playing each other, even though
Mm-hmm.
we will see. But where do you get your documentation from? Did you read the lawsuit?
I got snippets of it and I was reading the whole because I tend to like to go to the actual lawsuit and read on it. You
And
know
you
what I
got it
mean?
from where?
Let me think where I got it from because I'm always digging up something from somewhere. Don't know if it's the right way or the corrupt way. All I know is I got my hands on it.
How many pages is it?
I think they said the whole lawsuit, it might be either 50 or under 50 pages because you work in the legal field. When you type in that stuff up, it goes pages and pages and pages, especially when you have to hand it into the courts. It gets long, it get long-winded. And then this guy attached a whole lot of text exchanges. But what I don't like about the text exchanges, we don't have the full exchange. It's just
Exactly.
a snippet here, a snippet there. Like, come on, what are we doing?
I had someone who I had someone who called itself, I don't know what they was trying to do, but trying to document a conversation between myself and them.
Oh my God.
I had already written it up, right? Because I'm just that type of person. I write, like instantly. And sent it to someone with not an attachment, but with the whole entire screenshot, print
What?
screen, right? By the time the person had figured out and found out that I had already beat their ass to the punch and they provided this stuff, they provided fake ass edited emails. They
Oh,
edited but they didn't realize that I took and did the whole fucking screenshot, right? Because I'm not going to give you just an attachment, right, of an email. I'm going to give you the whole screen. This how the fucking screen look. like,
oh my
like I,
God.
and they were found to be a liar because they had taken out all of the derogatory stuff they said. And it doesn't make sense for me to be on 1,000, right? In the
No.
whole conversation, you on 10. No, you at 1,000, I'm at 1,000. If you go to 2,000, I'm gonna match your energy, right? But when they sit that after not realizing that I had already did what I needed to do, they took all this stuff made it seem like they were like on a 10. And they lost everything that they thought that they were going to gain because I had already beat them to the punch. Bitch, you're not dealing with a 20-year-old.
Right.
You're not dealing with a kid, bitch. Excuse my language. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to find it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find it because evidently I don't know what's going on, but just me looking at it, I just believe that you have to advocate for yourself. And I
Yes,
believe
ma'am.
that if you are, someone is harassing you or doing something, you got to get ahead of it and not behind it. And so
Ain't
when
that
I
the truth?
see people who do not get in front of their stuff, I question their motives,
Yep.
and that's just the truth.
Yep.
I don't, I can't think of you. There are statutes of limitations on things, and I also believe that when I read through it, did you hear when I read through it, the EEO did not take it? Then it
Right.
wasn't founded. They couldn't find. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
EEO take everybody fucking case. If they
Yep.
didn't take the case, then there was something that they, that was not a civil rights violation.
Right. So, like I told you, he could be very much an opportunist. I would never say no.
Yeah.
Why not? Because you playing right along in it just as well as he is. Ain't nobody innocent here. Let's make that clear. You both two adults. And if something's gone too far, well, maybe it's time you need to exit to the room to the left.
Why do you think that Tyler Perry allowed him to file a lawsuit? Do you think that he wanted public opinion on it, or do you think that he just said, "You just not gonna yank me"? You're not gonna. What? Why do you think he allowed it to go?
Because he can't stop them.
What do you mean?
Tyler Perry, what powerful men are learning now, and I'm glad they are, is you can't stop people from going to the law and filing lawsuits. You can't stop that. And if you threaten them, you just makes it worse for yourself.
No,
Because
I'm just saying you don't. Hi, Rainbow Kid, welcome. I'm just saying. I'm sure that he tried to settle this out of court. You don't think that he tried to settle this out of court?
I believe it's gonna get settled. I don't think it's gonna even make court. I got a feeling it's gonna vanish and you ain't gonna never hear about it. I believe he's gonna settle with him because there might be things this guy got on him that ain't that nice. We don't know. We don't know how deep the rabbit hole really goes.
But I
And
think that you have to realize that you have to grow up knowing
yep,
that whatever is done in the dark is gonna come to light eventually.
ain't say it again. Can you please say that again?
Whatever goes on in the dark is going to come to light eventually.
That's the thing. You can
And so you just
only
gotta
you
live in your truth.
now you talking the way you should be talking. That that's the whole purpose of
What
this.
does that mean?
See, Auntie, I can't be with you. It's a good day I meet you in person in New York. No, but that's the problem. These people ain't living their truths. If they were, we wouldn't be hearing none of this stuff. None of it. Because you would keep it and be real about it yourself. And you won't have people trying to pull you up in court and trying to show this and show that. But these folks refuse to live their truths. And this is why you get these people coming out of the woodworks, coming out of the sandbox, and now all of a sudden they want to charge you with something from years ago. If you live in your truth, that you ain't got to worry about that now, would you? You
But
only
even
have
if
to.
he was living in his truth and sending text messages and wasn't doing it, it still doesn't make a difference. If someone's going to file something frivolous, they're going to file
Well,
something
that's the
frivolous.
thing I said. That's why I said, can he really stop it? He can't really. I mean, you could play nice with people and try to reason with them, but at the end of the day, can you really stop that? No.
No, you can't.
But there's been rumblings about Tyler Perry for some time. He just needs to get his cards all in
I think
order.
he's gay. I think he's totally gay, and I think it's okay.
You
I
saying that
think
about him? What about Sean Combs?
I think that Sean Combs is bisexual.
You think it's just by though?
I think he got a real small penis, and I mean, you asked. I'm a living my truth. And I think that he is bisexual. I think he enjoys participating as much as he does watching. I mean, you
I don't think
asked.
so. I think he fully is. I
Is
look
what?
at the way he treat women. He do not treat women like a man that love a woman.
But there's a
Point
lot of
blank.
men that kill women that say that they see. That's why I said we got to have these deep conversations. So you make sure Saturday when you are in the membership that you join, because we need to have these kind of conversations in the membership, because men who say that they love women will kill them. I'm going to be covering tomorrow the one about with the Facebookers that were out there
Mm-hmm.
arguing and everything. And this guy
Yep.
says he loved her, but didn't he? He loved her, married her, and had kids with her and killed her.
Right.
So men who do love women
They
will
say it.
fuck them up and kill them.
Yeah, say
If
it,
you're
but you
that
got to
kind
look
of
at their
person.
actions.
And I
Are
don't
their
think that
actions
has,
showing that they love a woman? No.
but she was with him, she married him, she had kids with him,
But who's the
and
fool
she
there?
gets on Facebook and they're arguing back and forth
Yep.
about who gave who herpes. What
Yep.
the f- is going on?
Yeah.
This video is not going to get monetized,
We're
but
gonna stop.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We can't say that, because
We
if
can
you
say
don't
that,
know anything
Auntie.
about that power and just it's just having power and abusing it. That's all it is.
No. I take it deeper than that. You got to go to these people's childhood. You got to go to their life. You got to see what their life is like with the women in their lives, what their relationship is like with mama, with their
Yeah, but I know,
sisters,
but
with the
right, but you
cousins.
ain't give it right, but you gave it a broad statement. You
Yeah.
gave a broad statement. So I'm just saying, there's levels to this stuff, right? You gave a very broad statement and said men who love women don't treat them like that. Yes, they do. So I wanted to make sure that we realize, the two of us, there's a level to
Mm-hmm.
that statement that you made, because men claim that they love women will
Right.
also off them.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah. We say it, but I
All in
always
the name
say,
of love, and say they did it because they loved them.
right, but it's the action matching the love.
Right. So I don't think that Diddy does not love women.
I do.
I don't think, well, you know what, honey, you are so entitled, Miss Clara, to your opinion, and I respect
I
it
can't
so
get on
much.
what you said about him.
And honey, I stand 10 toes down to that. I think that that's what's going on with them. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I do. I think it's very small. Yeah.
And that could be a complex for him. That could be true. I won't disagree one bit. Yeah, that could be. Well, Auntie
And
ain't gonna take
people,
up your time. I already
thank
took up a
you,
lot of
Clara,
your
for coming.
time.
Coming. Make sure you hit on. And I am having my birthday party. Did you see? You gonna be able to come in?
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. I'll let you know.
All right. Love you,
I'll look for
sweetie.
that complaint because I read it. I got to figure out where I read it from.
I'll pull it. I'll just stop being cheap and pull it.
Yeah.
All righty. Love you, boo.
Love you too.
Bye. That was fun. That is Clara from our membership. She is always sending me stuff on Instagram. But honey, when it be links, I don't be clicking them. So I'll find it and stop being cheap. I just don't want to, cross no boundaries. Um Rainbow Kids said it looked like a damn Tootsie Roll. Oh my God. I believe that. Okay. I am. What do you? Here you go, boo. Sometimes people say one thing, but their actions say totally different. Absolutely. Okay. D. Willis said, "Auntie, I heard the filings are free." Okay. Okay. So I'll go and look for it then. Okay. Suade said, "Last week we're celebrating straw, and this week a lawsuit." I do appreciate you all coming in and doing the poll. Like I said, it was, more people believe the plaintiff than they do Tyler Perry. And I just think that, these people are human and like we excuse them and we give them a lot of outs and stuff like that, y'all. And I think that sometimes we should. And I think that we need to realize that people are people on both sides. Um, do I believe here's my take on it. These are allegations. With every allegation, in my opinion, there's some truth and some lies to it. And this is why we have our court system to be able to determine, right, who's right and who's wrong based on evidence and truth. I have not seen the lawsuit. I should have seen the lawsuit so I could have been more prepared. I just wanted to give you all a summary. I thought I was giving y'all details, but without that, I am not. So I will do another video where I give the details. I'll change the title to this to what this really is, the allegations. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all 1,100 of you all who decided to come out and be with me. I love you all so much. If you have not already done so, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And when you do, make sure that you turn on the notification bells so that when I go live, you go live right along with me and we can continue the discussion. Thank you all so much again for being here. Thank you, Clara, for coming up. I love you all. And until we meet again, you all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.